what's going on with YouTube these days, but I'm having such issues with it. Live stream always has some issues. Uploading a flippin' video takes forever. Not cool, not happy. But anyways, whatever. What's going on? If you haven't already noticed, I will be one of the folks participating in the Canadian Cancer Society Jail and Bail event on October 27th at Polo Park. So I've been arrested for being too darn chipper, and I need you guys to bail me out. So be sure to check my social media, etc., for the link to donate to the Canadian Cancer Society, who does so much for research and advocacy and patient support. I think a lot of people get it confused with Cancer Care Manitoba. They are not the same. If you think of the research that occurs, that gets sent to Cancer Care Manitoba, it's Cancer Society that does that. They provide transportation for patients, all sorts of things. So be sure to check that link out. I am participating Friday, October 27th. So I would love to get bailed out and not have to stay in jail for being too darn chipper. Okay? Okay. It was obviously the long weekend and lots of family gatherings, etc. Thanksgiving was the holiday that was recognized, but for many folks it was Indigenous Peoples Day, and I think it's really important to recognize who was here first. Just saying. In segue to that is a great art exhibition at the Winnipeg Art Gallery called Insurgents Resurgence. I went last week and was able to experience Indigenous art from a variety of artists. They even have live tattooing happening at the same time. It was just really, it was great to speak to a couple of artists. Casey Adams specifically, she talked about how her art has come to life, what the meaning is behind all of it, the beading, her heritage, the language, the meanings behind certain symbols, etc. And it was really informative, and I really felt a very strong connection to her and her art as she spoke about it. So please check that out at the Winnipeg Art Gallery. It's called Insurgents Resurgence. It is the main exhibit right now at the Winnipeg Art Gallery, and it's amazing. Please go check it out. What else is happening? Short week, guys. It's a short week, which means it's gonna be a really long week. That's usually what happens. It's usually what happens, is that a short week ends up being a long week. Lots going on in the city still, even though most of the markets have closed down. I think this was their last weekend for Crampton, St. Leon's Garden. Everyone closed down this past weekend. I know people are going out to the lake, closing down their cabins, all that kind of stuff. The air and the weather is much chillier this morning. I think we were at like 2 or 3 degrees. Excuse me. So it's changing. Weather's a changing. Excuse me. But it's nothing we aren't used to. We're Winnipeggers. We're hardy. We know how this goes, right? Speaking of which, I saw something on Facebook through Travel Manitoba with I don't know who he is. I think he's from National Geographic, and they did a little snapshot or a snippet video on Facebook about Manitoba, and it was the most beautiful video. It was so gorgeous. I loved it. So I'm going to share that like crazy, because wow, just makes our province look like the best, and it actually is. So, you know, they're just stating truth. That's all. What else? I'm all over the place today, guys. You know, I haven't been getting a lot of sleep. Kind of have, but kind of haven't. I have a lot of things going on in my head. happens every October. I start reflecting and thinking, oh, it's another year of life that I've been blessed with, and what are the things that I'm thankful for, what are the things that I would like to accomplish before the end of the year, etc., etc. So I don't wait till New Year's resolutions and all that kind of stuff. I always use my birthday as that kind of marker to, you know, reflect and just and take a stock in my life and the relationships and all that kind of stuff. So I have lots going on in my head. Let's just put it that way. I'm looking to travel soon. I really need a nice little getaway. I may do a staycation before I get a chance to get away, but I'm in the need of just getting out of my house for a little bit and spending some time to myself. And I don't think I can wait till next May when I have a conference to go to. I have to do something before that, for sure. So I'm looking for some great little ideas on what to do for that. I think it might end up just being a staycation, and I'll do some things around the city, or maybe just outside of the city, just to get some Natalie time under my belt. I need it more often than not. I can't keep doing this once every 6 months. I need it like at least once a month. You know what I'm saying? Another fun thing coming up, I'll be working with Kevin Bergen. He is the host of The Main Ingredient, and he talks to numerous food bloggers, chefs. He talks about everything, actually. We've been friends for years and years and years and years. And the other day I was looking at the Taste Winnipeg magazine. It's a publication put on, I think, by Chow Winnipeg. And one of the things I noticed that was missing was the fact that there weren't any West Indian or Caribbean restaurants listed as a place to go in Winnipeg. So Kevin and I are going to be embarking on a journey. We're going to interview some local Caribbean and West Indian restaurants to kind of make sure they get shared and make sure they're known. I know there's a lot that have closed down in the last while, but there's new ones that have popped up. There's some that do actual pop-ups, but we're going to seek them out and make sure we have a nice exhaustive list for you of where you can get some great Caribbean and West Indian food in the city of Winnipeg, maybe just outside of Winnipeg. Maybe we'll do a road trip. I don't really know, but we'll figure it out. So stay tuned for that. Okay. What else? Other events coming up? I have no idea. There's always events that come up, and sometimes I get to go, sometimes I don't. I have Orange Theory back in full effect, getting my workouts again, minimum twice a week. I really slacked off in the summertime, but I mean, I was doing running and I did things outside, so of course it was okay. But now that we're back in the swing of fall, I need to get back on that. So I have that twice a week minimum. I have, my son is in developmental soccer, my daughter is in soccer, my other daughter is in handball. So there's lots going on, and that's why I say for me time, I can't lose sight of the fact that I have stuff that I like to do too, and I want to be able to do that without having to sacrifice all of their time as well. So it's busy times happening. Work is really busy, but it's the least of my focus. Because, you know, well, you guys know how I feel about that. Anywho, I'm just coming up to the Provencher Bridge, and it's my favorite part of my drive going to work because the skyline, when it's so clear, it's so blue, it is so beautiful. I wish I could hold my phone and show you what it looks like, but I think what I'll do is I'll try and rotate it so that you can see at least part of it somehow. I don't know. One of these days. It's just beautiful. Winnipeg is so beautiful. Anywho, folks, got a lot of stuff coming up on the blog. Got some great giveaways coming up, reviews that I haven't been able to post because, of course, half my videos aren't uploading. I finally uploaded a video from the beginning of September, YouTube. Just saying. I don't know if it's because it was like just under the 15-minute mark, because you're only allowed to upload 15 minutes unless you're a verified account. Then you can upload something longer, but man, oh man, it's just like, what the heck? So I'm hoping that I can get that sorted out soon, because it really delays some of the stuff I want to do and some of the posts I have. But stay tuned, folks. We'll get it figured out. Okay. And Don't forget, at the end of this month, October 29th, the first natural hair event in Winnipeg is happening at the Norwood Hotel. We have Dr. Susan Walker, who is a expert and the founder of Earth Tones Naturals, which is a natural product blend that I've been using in my hair for the past few weeks, almost a month, and I love it. So I can't wait to meet her and talk with her about hair care. And I'm sure that those of you that wear your hair natural in Winnipeg will love to hear what her thoughts are on our climate and how it affects our hair as well, because it's starting to get really dry, really crisp, really cold, and that can wreak havoc on our beautiful curls. And how do we keep it moisturized? How do we shield it from the elements? As I said to you guys, I am definitely going to be braiding my hair, but not until after the natural hair event. Obviously, I need to have my hair natural for that event. So, but I will be getting my protective style and my braids shortly thereafter. Speaking of which, oh my gosh, I always have so much to say when I don't think I don't. I have so much to say. Instagram has polls now, and so you can post a question, and you can ask people to choose an answer. And one of the things I chose was, should I braid my hair or should I not? And a lot of people said no, but a lot of people said yes. It was just cute. It was an interesting thing to hear people's thoughts about. I also posted about showering with your spouse because mine apparently thinks our shower is too small and doesn't want to do that, which I think is very weird, but whatever. A lot of people that one was that feedback was really good, because a lot of people actually prefer to shower alone. But I'm thinking, it's fun time when you have some adult time, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. That would be my purpose. But I'm very curious about some of these polls that come up, and I'm hoping to find a way to save them and repost them with the feedback as well. Anyways, it's getting late. It's 12 minutes. I've talked already. YouTube's gonna cut me off at 15, so I have to say goodbye now. I'm off to work for this long week. I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your week, and we will talk again next Monday, okay? Remember what I always say, be good to each other, and we'll talk soon.